Are dragons real or a myth? Since the oldest times, whenever the animal kingdom is the topic, there's always a mention of the dragons. Dragons! The fearless, healing, having the strength to destroy the whole world in one breath, but also who have the soul of a manager. They were gigantic, epic creatures either used as hunters by their kings or became a threat to society. So do you think these fire-bending creatures really lived at a certain point in time? Or is this only a story mythologized by history? Having been the topic of almost all sci-fi movies, here are unknown facts about dragons. In the dusty pages of history, dragons are first mentioned in 12th century BC in China, a country that identified with them. In sources about Chinese mythology, compared to other regions, dragons are accepted as good and knowledgeable creatures. Their teachings are very strong. It is a holy being that doesn't fly, but lives in the seas, has a long life, talks, and doesn't hurt people. And because they can control fire, festivals in their name have been organized in all spiritual practices. This is both due to the respect for dragons and because they want their souls to stay at a place that promises guidance. Some believe that old Turkish communes also had dragons, but the Turks use the word evren, meaning universe, instead of dragon. In the book Kutagu Bili, written by Yusuf Balasaguni, there are numerous stories of a dragon named Evren. Apart from this, a creature in between a snake and a dragon with 7 heads named Yelbean is also encountered in Turkish mythology. So much so that the Altai Turks explain the lunar eclipse as happening while the Yelbean eats the moon. According to Turkish legends, dragons live in forests and near rivers. They are accepted as bad creatures, attacking villages to eat humans and animals, and drying out rivers when they want to. While being killed by Turkish heroes in the legends from the times when people believed in Göktengri, whereas dragon is a word used for all big snakes in the ancient Greek society. Afterwards, it became a word only used for dragons. According to legends, ancient Greek heroes ran into dragons in many quests and led to their extinction by killing all of them. On the other hand, on European soil, many people believed in dragons, especially during the Middle Ages. There are countless stories and people that have claimed to have seen a dragon in Germany, France, and Switzerland. In these stories, dragons are mentioned as creatures that did evil things to humans. According to legends, these are creatures that lived in caves and protected treasures. In European stories, people fought dragons due to the bad things they have done to humans, and in the end, people united to kill all dragons. And lastly, in the concept of mythology, which tells the initial state of everything with legends, dragons exist as saviors, which appear at the end of a quest, and when defeated, present their teachings to the warrior and leave that place. So the warrior has to face the wise dragon, the biggest power of all, after going through the difficult path towards the teaching. Because the last quest is to stand without burning while looking into the dragon's eyes, and receiving the correct answer as quickly as possible. If you reach the forever ending, the dragon steps off of your way, but if you make a false move, this leads to your death by the dragon. In short, even though dragons weren't biologically here, they have always existed in legend to teach humanity good, right, and wrong. Therefore, dragons are nothing but extraordinary legends. Keep it in mind, legends are chains of events that focus on teachings and lessons and need to be exaggerated for storytelling. So the flying snakes in legends represent health, and screams heard in between seasons represent the wind. Just like the dragons represented in the sky with the sun at the end of every story. Even though they never existed, they always developed throughout history with humanity. But if they had lived, it would really be amazing to see a dragon floating in the air with its emerald green wings when you look out the window. May legends always be with you. They are your best friends on this journey.